Hey Gemini, I went ahead and started pulling your cards and realized I needed to turn the camera on. So we start with the Four of Cups. In this particular Four of Cups, I feel like this cat is very happily knocking over an opportunity or an option. I feel like doing so, though, is not in this cat's best interest. And so I want to say that there's something you're ignoring or pushing to the side, as this cat here is doing, that isn't in your best interest. I think that with the Hangman coming next in the reverse, in the upright, I would say that I would suggest that maybe you're seeing things from a new perspective, but in the reverse, I think that maybe there's another way to look at this, another perspective to be had. I think that you could see it in a new light. I think that there may be something you're missing, something you're not seeing. And what comes next is the Empress in reverse. So with the Empress, she is very naturally feminine. She's a nurturer, right? And I think this is where the thought came in that whatever this is not in your best interest. It's not allowing you to care for yourself and nurture yourself. And so whatever, I don't know if it's something you're doing or something you're not doing. I'm more inclined to say it's something you're not doing that is, that you're not seeing the effect of, and how the negative effects of, rather, and how it's not allowing you to be more nurturing to you. So what comes next is the Nine of Cups, also in the reverse. And upright, people tend to say this is the wish fulfillment card. And so I'm inclined to say that it's not bringing you joy, you know, whatever this situation is for you, and it'll be different for all of you. I'm inclined to say again that you're not happy about it. It's not fulfilling at all. So let's get another card. All right, the Queen of Swords came out. So I think there's definitely there's information, and I want to say it's just your truth, your inner truth, that needs to be addressed. It needs to be faced. Or perhaps it is. Maybe that's what this reading is you facing your inner truth, facing the internal knowing, right? What you know about yourself. I can tell you what this is for me, because this does apply to me too, which this is it. It's the devil, right? It's those things that keep us feeling trapped. And whether this is, you know, negative thought patterns or addictions or whatever the case may be, I think it's time to, like, you know, be true to ourselves, to go within. And I don't see any hermit here, but essentially that's what it, you know, finding your inner truth is. You go within, you soul search, you figure out who you are and what makes you tick, and what makes your devil tick, right? So I think that may be where you are. I'm not reading this as a past, present, and future, so I'm not sure if that's where you are or if that's where you're heading. Oof. We got the Death. It didn't come out, but it flipped over, and it was in the reverse. So there may be something tied to your ego here, in need of releasing. Maybe like a like an idea of who you are, who you think you are, or who you've always said you are. And if this is, if it is an addiction or something, like, what thought patterns are tied to that? Are you struggling with this thing? It doesn't have to be an addiction. This is just an example. But so, for example, if you are a sugar monster, what identity is tied to that? Is it, well, I've always loved sugar, and I always, it's just a part of me, right? I mean, these are the questions that you'll want to ask yourself. Figure out why, the why of what you do. So then we have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is sort of a feeling of desperation. So again, like, I don't know if this is where you are. If you're, I want to say that it is. You're in this feeling of desperation, maybe of not knowing where to go next. But when you pull the Five of Pentacles, it implies that within that church, there's someone there to help you. And so you have support, you have assistance. You might need to ask for it. All is not lost, right? It may feel that way. All right, so nothing else wants to come out. So what I want to do, I think that's your story here, but I want to get a card of advice, a card or two or three, whatever. I mean, I think the advice kind of is to be honest with yourself and about whatever this devil is for you. It could just be, again, like, toxic thought patterns, toxic beliefs, societal expectations. It could be any of that. So your advice is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the King of Swords in reverse. So these are our two cards here. So the Queen of Pentacles is very, well, all the queens nurture. And I feel like you have the Empress and the Queen of Swords here, and then now the Queen of Pentacles. I do think with the Empress there was that lack of nurturing yourself. The Queen of Swords, there's that call to honesty, to facing your inner demon with the devil, facing it head on, right? But the Queen of Pentacles, she nurtures her reality, because Pentacles are Earth, right? It's the Earth realm. It's the 3D. She nurtures her 3D reality. It's in the reverse. I'm inclined again to say, especially with the King of Swords here next to her. So the King, and it's got a more masculine feel, right? And while he is also truth, he takes what the Queen provides to him. What the Queen, so your pages, they gather the information. The Knights, they move the information. The Queen nurtures that information. If we're talking about swords here, that's information. And then the King takes action, makes actionable steps to use that information. And so he's in the reverse, and it's almost, I feel like his energy is not what your focus should be. You're not in the steps, you're not in the step right now where we're taking actionable steps. I hope this is making sense. We're not in action mode right now. We're still in nurturing mode. But with the Queen of Pentacles, I think that we're not meant to be nurturing our outer world. We're meant to be nurturing our inner world. Our, again, our thoughts with the Queen of Swords, our truth. So yeah. Let me see if I can get one more card. It's a lot of King of Wands. I was gonna say it's a lot of people, a lot of court cards here. But we got another one, King of Wands, in the reverse again. So yes, I think this isn't. We're not in the phase of taking action on anything in the 3D. Anything. We're not taking action at all. I see no action here. Now, I don't see any, again, I've already said this, I don't see like the Hermit card here or anything. However, we have a lot of passive work going on with all these feminine cards, especially with two of them. Oh gosh, they're all in the reverse, except the Queen of Swords. But yes, because the Queen of Pentacles is the one in the reverse, I think that it's not our 3D reality that we're talking about here. It's our mental space with the Queen of Swords. And I don't think that there's action required of you right now. I think it's just soul searching, right? And then the Emperor in reverse on the bottom of the deck, which just solidifies what I said. Let's see. Do we want to clarify anything? I think I'll clarify your advice. 3 cards just popped out at once. Jeez Louise. Okay, we have the 4 of Water, which was our first card, 4 of Cups. We've got the Sun and the 6 of Earth in reverse. So this 4 of Water, let's look at this one. In this 4 of Cups, there's a longing feeling that I'm getting when I look at this person staring up at the sky. I feel like he's longing for more, right? And so I think that whatever this longing feeling is, whatever it's tied to, that's your cup that is getting knocked over by this cat here, which I think is you. This is the cup that's being ignored and detached from. It's the cup that really wants your focus. I think it's the cup that you want to put your focus on. I feel like there's a very strong longing feeling towards this. And it comes with the Sun, which, you know, in traditional tarot is, you know, a card of joy and innocence. Here, though, it feels more like power. Almost like, it's not the Star card, but it feels very North Star. This man is pointing both of his fingers towards the sun as if that is his focus, right? He is creating this just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it's not a creature, obviously. He's creating this energy. He's giving it life. And I think that it's giving him life, right? So I think whatever this is, I think there's a equal give and take between you and this thing. So you feed it, you give it attention, you provide what this, the energy and the sustenance that this idea, it could be an idea, I don't know, whatever it is that your focus needs to be on here, that you're longing for, there's an equal give and take. So you give it what it needs and it provides you what you need. If that is fulfillment, like we said with the 9 of Cups, whatever's keeping you from this thing that you're longing for is not giving you fulfillment. But I think that you could have it if you just feed it what it needs. It will feed you that fulfillment, right? And then we have the 6 of Earth in the reverse. The 6 of Earth is that equal give and take. It's exactly what I just said. It's a card of balancing. a card of balance, and it could also be seen as a card of breadcrumbing, but in this situation, I don't see that. I do, however, see that this man is carrying a very, very heavy burden. It looks like a bag of rocks that he's just dragging behind him, but it's in the reverse. And so it's like, if you drop this burden, if you drop this bag of rocks that's holding you down, that's weighing you down, whatever that devil energy is, then you could have the sun, right? So I will get one more card for you from my Between Worlds Oracle deck. I like this one because, oh, you got two. I like this one because the messages are short and sweet, and they're almost always, actually I want to say always, I don't think I've ever had a situation where it didn't relate somehow. And if it doesn't relate, it still spoke to me. It was what I needed to hear at the time, even if it didn't necessarily relate to my message here. So first you got productivity, and I'll show you the card. It says process, projects, and purpose. I mean, I already feel like it's going to relate if this is like a passion project or something, but it may not be that for you at all. If you want to get something done, set an intention. This card heralds important work, but also the mess of being inside of it. Can you balance a plan with a flexibility for what's happening in the moment? Organize, listen, iterate, adapt. Still, things rarely go as planned. Can you bring a care and presence to the act of work itself, be it whatever it is? Projects and purpose. So perhaps this is your purpose. Maybe this, again, like I said, is a passion project for you that is not getting your attention due to something else that's holding you back. And then your second card is resolve. And this is it. It says hope, resilience, and commitment. Don't let them tell you all is lost. It's not. This card is about vision and the power of radical imagination. In what might feel like a difficult situation, it's your job to hold on to what's still possible. Can you cultivate hope and then commit to action? Get good on your values, then make a plan, make time, and make it happen. I think get good on your values is that Queen of Swords, you know, like, again, what's your truth? Who are you deep down? What matters to you? Does this devil matter to you? If it doesn't, then it's time to move forward. Let it go and move forward. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thanks for being here. I did enjoy that. I hope to see you next time. Bye.